I got it. Brad, hey, we've been, oh, I just got the alert, sorry. Hey, Brad, we've been talking a lot about geospatial and location information with some of our customers and some of the benefits and challenges. What are you hearing about in terms of what are the biggest challenges for network operators to get access to location-based information and leveraging it meaningfully?
So I'll start by saying, so typically some of the bigger data sets for geospatial info are location of network assets, network topology, address information in your footprint. But these are normally documented and managed by the engineering teams. So hopefully these are in digital formats and they're conducive for other stakeholders in the broadband business to have access to or to use in a meaningful way. But it goes further than that too. You know, a lot of times that data will be replicated in different departments and not linked together so everybody can use them at the same time. And I'll give you a great example of what's really important about sharing that is the engineering teams need to see that network data. That's a given as they design the network. But when that network is deployed and becomes active, the CSRs or the service reps that take the orders for the broadband service, they need to know which areas are live and which locations they can give service to. And then they also know where the network's being built in the future so they can offer future service. And as soon as that information is in the systems, those field crews that are maintaining the network have to have access to that so they know where their daily tasks need to be completed on the network or new installs, fixing the network, and where other field crews are. And ultimately, that leads into the network operations center. So they need access to all of the rest of that data, plus things like live monitoring and the network health, so they know when subscribers have service or when they're in threat of not having service, so they can prioritize and respond immediately.
Yeah, that's great background. I know you've been working hard with some of our customers to kind of have to deploy a unified platform and to bring that location view across all stakeholders. What are some of the best practices that you're seeing those network providers deploy?
Well, so let me show you. And just in short, all these folks know that data is fragmented and it's siloed in their organizations, and they know that they have to be able to share this across all of their groups. So that's one of the first things they're doing. So as a quick example here, let me just show you this map and some of the attribution we have on it that a lot of the teams I just mentioned would share. There are things like the status of a current customer or even a future customer. We have 140 premises that's already been tagged for a new service area in the future. So we know that these folks have already asked for service. So we're documenting them in our system as of today. So this is kind of future orders that that this broadband operator will get. And if I zoom to another area of the map, I can see some more densely populated areas and people who have already received service. So it's an area, and you're seeing an acronym ONT, so Optical Network Terminal. This is a device that we're already tracking that is feeding service to the subscriber home. And if I drill down a little more, I can see information about that ONT. So in the subscribers that are already deployed, it's important for me not just to know that they're there, but that I can interact with that premise and know what's going on. So if an issue arises, you can see here, I have an ONT with a serial number at a certain address, and I can open this address and quickly drill down into what's there. So I should be able to see all the parameters and all the attributes of this device here. So, and I'm very quickly, I'm getting the asset model number. I know that this is in a category of inventory that's already in the inventory system behind all what you're looking at here. It's customer premise equipment. I can see the drop cable going away from the home. And what's more important is if I'm a CSR looking at this, or if I'm a field tech looking at this, I can get an idea of where they sit on the network today. And I can drill down into that device and really see the makeup of it. So I'm seeing that it has 4 data ports on it today, 2 voice ports, a video port, and some splits in here too. But it's also showing me the makeup of where the signal is coming from. So the device on the right has an address attached to it. Quickly downstream, it's feeding from a fiber terminal downstream, and I have the location here. The node here, as you can see, it's um, um, signified by the plane location, and then ultimately to the network operations center where the signal is originating from. So all those are really important to have for everybody in the organization, so they know where they live physically as an address and where they live on the network too. So if I back up just a little bit too, let me go back to the original screen. I can also, if there's an insult to the network on a device here, if I see that there's a threshold that's been crossed, or there's an alarm or an alert that I need to dig into and start to create a process for somebody to look into that. And I'll slip over here. We can have alerts show up in here through the system with very simple integrations, but I can start a work order on a spot like this, and it will fire off a workflow for me. So it automatically takes all that information in that I already clicked on. So it has the customer information, the device information, and I won't work through all of this right now, but suffice to say, this takes me through a whole process where I can start to create a ticket and ship it off to a team so then they can schedule it and get out there to work on this problem.
Yeah, Brett, that's really interesting and powerful demonstration of the unified platform where you're not only seeing location information, you have the ability to drill down, you have the ability to receive telemetry on the status of devices, to be able to kick off work orders. That's available to everybody. I know there's a lot more we can dig into, but thank you for this overview. I know we'll be working on a couple future videos to get into the more of those use cases that you laid out, but thank you for the overview.
You're welcome. Thank you.